Hey, Don Scott Schnorr here, and I've got a little WordPress security tip for you that will lock down your blog so fast and keep it so much safer than it is right now, and it takes 2 minutes to do. Plus, I'm going to give you a little tip so you don't lock yourself out. So here we go. People ask me all the time, what's the best WordPress security? And I have friends that like WordFence, and I have friends that like bulletproof WordPress security. They are great. I personally don't use them. I don't think they're as flexible or as easy to use as I like. My personal favorite is IThemes Security. Used to be called Better WordPress Security. And there's one particular reason that I like this plugin more than the rest, and I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm not going to go through on how to download this and install the plugin. I'm assuming you know that. If you don't, we'll do a later video. I'll also go through a walkthrough for you of the settings that you should be using in IThemes Security. By default, you could install this plugin and use the default settings and be fine. There are a couple of tweaks that make it even more effective, and one of those we're going to cover right now. So once you've got it installed, I want you to go to the Security tab and then click Settings. When you get there, scroll down until you get to the Away Mode function right here. What this does is when you set it, it allows you to disable the WordPress login control panel for a certain number of hours a day. And the reason you would want to do that is maybe you want the control panel available to you all day, and maybe up till 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night if you're working late. But say from when you're done for the day, from say 11 o'clock p.m. till 7 a.m. the next morning, you do not want that WordPress login to be available to anyone, because why would you want hackers to come along and be able to knock on the door and try different keys to try to get in? So by taking away that opportunity, you basically eliminate the majority of attacks that are opportunistic. Now, before you install this, before you click the away mode, there's something that's going to get you in trouble if you don't fix it right away. And this is what I really wanted to talk about. If you're in Missouri, but your web host for your blog or website is in California, you're in 2 different time zones. And if you set the time zone so that you only want the control panel to be available, say from 9 in the morning until 5 at night, and then from 5:01 until 8:59 a.m., if your time zones are different, chances are you're going to try to log in at 9 o'clock in the morning when you come into work. Well, that control panel's not going to let you in because the server that your website is on is in a different time zone, so your website thinks that it's in a different time zone. So instead of beginning to work at 9 o'clock and starting to work right away, you're going to have to wait for California time to catch up to you if you're in the Midwest. The fastest way to fix that is to reset the time zone settings for your WordPress installation. Very intimidating for a lot of people. It doesn't need to be. WordPress actually makes it really easy. So before enabling the away mode, just look right up here, click on WordPress time zone settings, and you'll notice that it says it's 4:30 a.m. And I'll be honest with you guys, it is not 4:30 a.m. It's Monday morning at 10:29 St. Louis time, St. Louis, Missouri. So if I were to set my configuration away mode right now, and I would say, hey, I only want this to be available from 11 o'clock a.m. until 5 p.m., I would immediately get locked out and banned from the system. And it's a real hassle. All you need to do is go up to the time zone setting. Now, here's the thing. By default, most WordPress installations, most servers are set with this setting right here by default, UTC plus 12. Everybody I've ever seen does it this way. You, as the website owner, are responsible for changing that to your local time zone. My local time is not 4:30 in the morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to scroll up or down until I get to America. And it happens real quick, and it's easy to go past. Once you get to America, all you need to do is select a city from the available list that is the same time zone that you're in. Now, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. We're Central Standard Time, but St. Louis is not an option here. So I need to find one that is close. In this case, Chicago is my best bet. Chicago is also Central Time. So I'm going to click that and save changes, and the server will automatically update to my local time, 10:32 a.m. And I see that's all done, so that's great. I don't need to do anything else here. I don't need to configure these or date formats. Just use the time zone setting here. Then go back to security and click on settings. Scroll back down till you get to the away mode. Confirm, yep, it's 10:30. 10:30 here. You see I've got 10:30 right here in my clock. So I'm going to click enable away mode, and then I'm going to select the start time. And this is the time that I want it to, starting today, well actually tonight, I want to lock out the control panel at 12 a.m. midnight, and then I want to re-enable it at 6 a.m. Now what I've actually found is that setting it to whole numbers like that can cause you a little glitch. So you might change this to say 12:01 a.m. and make this maybe 5:59. And what that does is that gives you a little bit of leeway room that you're not likely to accidentally mix these up. Because if you change the AM to PM, you can easily lock yourself out. So once you're set up and you say, okay, look, I don't want the control panel to be available from 12:01 a.m. until 5:59 when my staff comes in, I'm good to go. Don't worry about the end dates. The server will set those automatically. Once you're done, click Save Changes. And now your WordPress is protected from random hackers working late at night or on the other side of the world. And they might be, 8 to 10 hours time difference than you. So, it's 4:30 in the morning for you, but it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon for them. They're working hard. That's all I've got for you today. That one little tweak will definitely save you a ton of grief. Making sure that you configure your server time correctly will also keep you from locking yourself out. I'll do another video for you a little bit later, and we'll talk about these other settings, and we'll go from there.